Julie, you did such a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And appreciate you being here. We have Riley on tech support, Riley Franco. Yeah. And all of you, special shout out to all of you for showing up, because that's usually the hardest thing to do when you're exercising is to get here and just show up. The rest takes care of itself. So this is a Tai Chi class, but it's Qigong. Qigong is very similar to Tai Chi. It's moving the body with the breath. It's Tai is more of a martial art aspect of Tai Chi. Qi is energy, and when you talk about Qigong or Qigong, it's pronounced different ways. That is moving the energy, just the energy. And that's what we're doing through the body. We open up the body in such a way with this class that it frees up the entire movement. So let's get cracking here. So do your best, don't overdo it, make it work for you. Let's start with a little bit of a squat and put your palms in front of the abdomen. Now very slowly come up as you inhale, keep the shoulders over the hips and just stretch, yeah, and exhale. So you wonder why I say come up slowly, because you can feel it in the buttocks. Inhale and slowly come up, stretch. You kind of put pressure on the muscles that way, and exhale. So most everything we do is kind of slow, not too fast. Again, inhale and stretch. Now this third time, we're going to come down into forward bend. So when we exhale, just hinge at the hip, let the arms drop, and just relax. You come down to where you just kind of stop. And just stay there for a moment and just let the legs get used to it. Find your balance, and it allows the antagonist action to allow you to come down a little bit further if you just give it a bit of a break and some time. And we've given it more than enough time, so let's add the breath. So through the nose, let's inhale, the body expands. When we exhale, we just relax a little bit more. Keep that back straight though. Just let yourself relax into that stretch for the back of the legs. And inhale, the body's expanding. And exhaling, the body's relaxing a little bit more into that stretch. One more time through the nose. Inhale and exhale. See, stretching the back of the legs is so good for helping you live a lot longer. Now, when you inhale, slowly come up and exhale, relax. So it just improves your quality of life, and it helps improve the flow of energy throughout your body. So we're going to talk about energy centers as we move along. So with our feet hip width apart, just throw your arms around from side and push down into a hip. This opens up the hip. Again, we have energy centers, 366 of them throughout the body. There's 7 main energy centers, and those are what's known as chakras, if you've never heard of chakras before. Chakras are your key main energy centers. They're the large ones throughout the body. They're like a larger intersection where the freeways go through, where the other ones are more like the little streets and the suburbs in the body. And energy, you're sending a signal from point A to point B, and you have to get there. So my job is to help you understand Qi, energy, so you understand what it is. So it's not mystified like we've always known it to be. It's a very simple thing. Now bring the arms up to shoulder height, so the inside palm goes face down, the outside palm goes face up. So I became a Dawn Master in 2011, it was, after 10 years of study. And this movement of energy that we're doing, it's all about opening up the body so the body's own natural ability can heal and restore itself back to its state of perfect health. Now let's widen the step and just reach up high and give it a good stretch. Go to the other side and stretch, yeah, and give it a good stretch. Other side, give it a good stretch. One more time each side. Reach up really high and stretch. Other side, stretching all the way down to the hip. Now come to the center. Let's bounce the knees and just bring a little vibration into the body. So let the arms relax. And as you bounce the knees, the whole body vibrates. And you can see my palms are just nice and relaxed, but they're wiggling all on their own. But we're going to embellish that a little bit by shaking the palms. Just give them a good shake. So we're bouncing the knees, shaking the palms, add a little bit of wiggle of the hips, and then add shimmy the shoulders and bobble the head. So you're all shook up, just let it all go. Let the body relax. And you don't have to look like anyone else, just look like yourself. Just kind of go where you need to go. And remember one thing, you can't do anything wrong in this class. Whatever you do is perfect in every way, just as you are absolutely perfect in every way. And that's the basis here. Now stop and feel the tingling in your fingers, your palms, your wrists. You can feel that. You're successful at bringing your mind into the body. This is a mind-body class. Okay, let's do a little balance of plate for the warm-up. Step forward with your right foot and with both palms out, take the left palm, put it behind you. We're going to make 2 circles. The first one's underneath the arm. So when you inhale, we pull a palm in towards the chest. Keep the palm facing the sky at all times. Circle the palm underneath the armpit. Point to the side and stretch. The hip goes one way. You can feel a little pressure on the hip here as you squat. Now we gyrate the hip. As you come over the head, you start straightening the knees. And exhale, come on back down. So we're rotating the hip. Again, inhale. And exhale. Now here's where we rotate. We inhale, we gyrate the hip. The arm swings around the opposite way to counter your balance. As you exhale, we come on back down. Again, so it's inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling. Let's do one more time in silence. Okay, bring the foot back as we inhale and exhale. Other side, inhale, step out and exhale. Bring your palms, take this palm behind you, face up, or put it on your hip. Now, 2 circles, 2 breaths, start with the squat. So when we inhale, we straighten the knees as you stretch, lift the elbow up, so you're stretching all the way down through the side, circle the palm, and exhale, the hip goes one way as the arm goes the other. Now we gyrate the hip, and as you inhale, it swings the arm the opposite way to counter your balance. Straighten the knees on the way up and exhale. Yes, we have an awful lot going here. Don't try to do it all. It eventually comes to you. Again, inhale underneath the arm and exhale. Give it a good stretch. You stretch through the bicep. Inhale all the way around and exhale. You never thought you were stretching through the bicep, did you? Let's try that again. So it's inhale underneath the arm. Now exhale. Here's a stretch through the bicep. Hip goes one way. You just really reach out with the arm. It's a good stretch. Then inhale over the head and exhale. Come on back down. So we're getting all the joints rotated. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful exercise to do first thing in the morning. Inhale, straighten the knees, and exhale, bend the knees. Again, breath only. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhale. Okay, this last one, my instructions in silence. Then inhale, bring the foot back and exhale. Let's do both feet at the same time. Half step to the right as you inhale and exhale. Lean over to the right, straighten the right leg, half step to the left as you inhale and exhale, sink. Keep the shoulders over the hips. So not like this, but just straight up and down. Okay, 2 circles, 2 breaths, arms are out to begin. So inhale underneath the arm and exhale, reach to the side and stretch those biceps. Yeah, and inhale, crisscross over the head, straightening the knees, stretching through the lower back, and exhale, come back down into a squat. Again, inhale underneath the arms and exhale, push to the side. Inhale over the head and exhale, come on back. So just do your best to keep the palms facing upward. So it's inhale, keep the palms facing up, and exhale, keep the palms facing up. Then inhale, keep the palms facing up, and exhale, come on down into a squat. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one will be in silence. Good job. Now inhale, bring the right foot in half step and exhale, left foot in half step and exhale. So what we did is simply the 4th and the 5th form, but only half 2 movements we just did. In the 4th form, there'll be 4 breaths and 4 circles that we make with our body. All right, so, and I noticed some of you are just observing, which is great. Just sit here and soak up the energy. That's all you need to do. And you just kind of make it work for you. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Some of these exercises are just like a little different than you're used to, but it's designed to open up the flow of energy throughout your body. The body will heal itself. Now, we're going to go right into doing the form. We're going to do each movement 3 times each movement. So there's 8 movements. Each one will be done 3 times. The transition will only be done once going into the movement. We'll do the movement 3 times while we're in that position. First movement, bend the knees, palms in front of the abdomen. We're already in position here. So when you inhale, reach out to the side, straighten the knees, and exhale, stretch. Now, when you stretch, you're going to stretch the forearms as you slowly twist the palms so they face upwards. And when you lift up, you're stretching through the lower back. And then exhale, we bend the knees as we sink, pulling the fingertips till we come just below the chin. Now, when we inhale, we lift the elbows to shoulder height, straighten the legs. And when you exhale, let the palms float down, keep the shoulders over the hip. This really feels good for your back doing this. So good for the energy. Now, if your knees bother you, you don't have to do all this bending, okay? Make it work for you. Okay, we're gonna do this 2 more times. Palms in front of the abdomen. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling, and exhale, okay? Now this last 3rd time will be in silence. Palms in front of the abdomen. Yes, this is so very good for your legs. My God, I love this. Okay, now the second form, we're going to step off to the right. So you lean over onto your left leg, straighten that left knee, and that makes the right foot weightless as you step out 45 degrees. As you exhale, you settle in with the palm face down, and your shoulders are over the hips. We're not leaning forward. All we're going to do is gyrate the hips. The arm will follow the rotation, or the palm. So we inhale, we push the hip out and around in a circle, straighten the knee. As you exhale, completing the circle, we come back down into a squat. Okay, we'll do 2 more times. So it's inhale and exhale. So second time, my instruction is always going to be breath only. 3rd time's in silence. Okay, now we're going to bring this foot back. So you're going to lean back, straighten the left leg as you inhale, draw the right foot in, and exhale, bend both knees as you settle in. Going to the left side. So this is the second form, the right, now the left. As you inhale, step off to the left, 45 degrees, and exhale, bend the knees. Palm is face down, inside towards your knee. So we gyrate the hip as you inhale. Push the hip out and around, the palm follows the rotation. We're straightening the knees at the height of the circle. As you're completing the circle, you're coming back down into the squat on the exhale. So everything is done with the breath, which is good for oxygenating the bloodstream. Now this breath only instruction, inhale, exhale. 3rd one's in silence. Now let's bring the foot back, straighten the right leg as you inhale. The left foot just draws in naturally. And exhale, come into a squat. Now we're ready for the 3rd form. It's called balance a plate, because I call it that way because it's called waving the beach ball, carrying a beach ball. So you wave your palms back and forth, or harmonizing with energy. But both palms are flowing at the same distance. The bottom palm will always be in front of the midline of your body. This is the bottom palm, this is the outside palm. So the bottom palm is always face up, the outside palm is always face down. So here we go. So we're going to go into position. So inhale, straighten the right leg, and exhale, settled in. So you're kind of standing on one leg. This other foot's here just for support, and we sink on that exhale. Now we sway the ball over to one side. As you inhale, carry the ball over to the left. Then when you exhale, we return it back to the right. Instructions on breath only this time. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow we go. In silence, the third one. Then inhale, let's straighten the right leg. The left foot comes up to, and exhale, we balance on both legs into a squat. Now we're gonna do the other side. So we inhale, carry the ball over to the left, then exhale, bend the left knee. So we're all on one leg here. The other foot's just for support. It's difficult, I know. So inhale, carry the ball over to the right, bottom palms face up, and exhale, sink back down into a squat as you return the ball. Second time, breath only. Inhale. Exhale. Big, long breaths. In silence for the third one. Okay, inhale, straighten that left leg. The right foot comes into being, and then exhale, bend both knees. Now we go into the fourth form, just like we did in our warm-up, except we do 4 circles, 4 breaths, and they're a little bit different. So we inhale, we step off to the right as you straighten the left leg, 45 degrees, just like we did in the second form. And exhale, settle in, but this time the palms face up towards the inside of your knee, and we come down to do a squat. Now we gyrate the hip. So you inhale, bring this palm around behind you, straighten the legs, circle the arm all the way around, and exhale, come into a squat as you reach behind you. It's a nice stretch for the bicep again. Now when you inhale, we straighten the legs, come underneath the arm, balances on both legs, lift the elbow and shoulder up, circle the palm underneath, keeping the palm facing upwards at all times, and then exhale, squat and push to the front. Third breath is like we did in the warm-up. Inhale towards the chest, elbow and shoulder up, straighten the knees, circle the palm to the right, and then exhale, the hip goes one way, the right goes the other. And we're into a squat. Now when you inhale, we gyrate the hip, and the arm circles over the head as we straighten the legs. Oh, it's a nice stretch. And exhale, come on back down into a squat as we complete the circle. Okay, this instruction will be on breath only. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. In silence is my instruction now. Oops. Then inhale, bring the foot back, and exhale, relax. Now, before we go to the other side, let me just say and confess, I teach to the extreme, to stretching really hard, but sometimes, and a lot of times, you don't feel like doing it really hard. You just want to do it really gentle in the body, and you don't want to put a lot of stretch into it. You just want to kind of move. That's okay. Okay, so make it work for you. All right, left side, we're in a squat now. So inhale, bring this left leg up, stepping off to the front 45 degrees, and exhale, settle in with the palm face up. Now we bring this palm around behind us. As you inhale, we start to straighten the knees, bring the palm around behind, circle the arm all the way around, and then exhale, come into a squat as you reach behind you, stretching your arm so much you feel it in your bicep. Now when you inhale, we come underneath the arm as you straighten up the legs, Lift the elbow and shoulder up, point the fingers to the front, and when you exhale, we squat and push to the front. That was circle 1, 2, breath 2. Number 3 is like we did in the warm-up, underneath the arm. Inhale, straighten the knee, and exhale, bend the knee as your hip goes one way, arms the other, gyrating the hip for number 4. As we inhale, we're going over the head, straightening the legs, and exhale, coming back down into a squat as we complete the rotation. The next time is in breath only. So it's inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Third time in silence. Let's bring this foot back as you inhale and exhale. Fifth form is just both hands at the same time. So to position, we step off to the right as you inhale. We're in a squat. You straighten the left leg, half step to the right, and exhale, lean over to the right, come into a squat. Then straighten the right leg as you inhale, half step to the left, and exhale, settle in with both palms face up into this deep horse riding stance. Now look at my shoulders, they're right over the hips. I'm not leaning forward. Okay, 4 circles, 4 breaths. First one's behind the back. So when we inhale, we open the chest, straighten the knees, circle the arms all the way around, and exhale, bend the knees as you push behind you so you feel a stretch in your forearms, your biceps. Now when you inhale, straighten the knees as you come underneath the arms, lift the elbows and shoulder up, stretching through the abdomen and your lower back, mid-back too, and exhale, push to the front as you extend the arms straight out. Shoulders remain over the hips. Now, when you inhale, this is number 3, we come underneath the arms, and exhale, push to the side and stretch through the forearms, through the biceps. Now, inhale, crisscross over the head, straighten the knees, and exhale, bend the knees as we return. Okay, this time, breath only. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. In silence. Now let's return the feet. We're going to straighten the left leg and take a half step from the right. So inhale and exhale, settle in over to the right, bend the right knee, then straighten the right leg as you inhale, half step from the left, and exhale, come into a squat. 6th form is called Creating a Brighter World because it's an intestine exercise that helps you clear out your intestines and firm and tone your whole core area. So when you inhale, we're in a squat. When you inhale, straighten the knees, put the thumbs on the belly button. When you exhale, come back down into a squat, making a triangle that you're surrounding your 2nd chakra, a key energy center in the body. So when we inhale, we push the belly out, straighten the knees, palms go out to flow with the energy. And then when we exhale, contract the abdomen as you come back down into a squat, tucking the belly all the way to the backbone. 2 more times, breath only this time. Inhale. Exhale. 3rd one in silence. which leads us to the seventh form. Dragon looks up to the sky. As you inhale, the palms float up to eye height. Pinch the first three by your eyes, flay the other two fingers. When you exhale, squat and put the knuckles to your kidneys, your lower back. Now, when we inhale, drag those knuckles up your rib cage as you straighten the knees all the way into the armpits and stretch through the core. And then exhale, bend the knees as you sink and just relax the shoulders over the fingers. Now, we inhale, we straighten the knees, lift the chin up to stretch the thyroid in your neck, stretching through the abdomen. Shoulder blades are squeezed, and then exhale, relax as you come down. Okay, second time, breath only. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Third time's in silence. Now, don't worry about doing everything right. Just make it work for you, because I say the same things over and over in every class. This eighth and final form is called raising the power. What we're doing is drawing the energy of the earth up from the earth through our palms, pulling it into the body and pushing it into our lower abdomen. So we're into a squat. So when you inhale, we draw the energy of the earth through our palms, hold this energy to our chest. When you exhale, push it down into our lower abdomen as we squat, our second chakra, where we store the energy. Okay, second time, breath only. Inhale. Exhale. Third time's in silence. Now to conclude, we inhale, straighten the knees, palms to prayer posture. As we exhale, we hinge at the hip, so we keep the back straight, to stretch the back of the legs, acknowledging this energy that's inside of us and all around us. One more breath. Inhale, big long inhale, and exhale. Relax a little bit more into that stretch for the back of the legs. Oh, that's a good stretch. Now, when we inhale, slowly come on up. And exhale, relax, and just enjoy being here present with yourself in the moment. So you look just down to the earth and just enjoy the energy that you feel inside of you right now. Just thoroughly enjoying being present with yourself. Okay, everybody, really good job. I invite you to sit down and join me for a moment. Let's see if we can just relax and absorb the energy just for 3 minutes, and then we'll get up and try the form again, this time just one time each movement when we get up. So sit up straight with the shoulders over the hips, the knees over the ankles, and look down to the earth, or close your eyes if you're comfortable, and just simply bring your mind's awareness to the present moment, so that when you inhale, you can feel the body expand. When you exhale, you can feel the body completely and deeply relax, as if you're melting, dissolving into the earth. The next time you exhale, feel the shoulders just completely relaxing, letting go. Be aware of the body expanding when you inhale, so everything about you is the breath. You are the breath. So when you exhale, you completely rest within yourself, your perfect self, just as you are so absolutely perfect in every way. So it's an opportunity just to take a moment to get out of your head and just come into the present moment, just for a short moment in time. This moment has no time. We don't need any time while we're here. In this wonderful, precious moment. Begin with the happy song, how delighted they are to be here. You listen, you actually lower the body's vibrations so you can relax more deeply and have a better flow of energy throughout your body. See if you can hear a woodpecker picked wood. He's going to come 2 times. There was a woodpecker. He's going to come again. There he is again. Now, how about the cuckoo bird? When the cuckoo bird goes cuckoo. These birds they love being here. There's a cuckoo bird. He'll come 2 more times. Cuckoo bird. He gets time. And there was a cuckoo bird. So now I invite you to open your eyes. Clasp your hands in front of your abdomen. So when we inhale, bring the clasped hands up to the chest, roll them forward as you exhale, keep the shoulders over the hips as you stretch the arms out. Then inhale and exhale a little deeper into that stretch. Now when we inhale, lift the palms up. When we exhale, look up to stretch. One more breath. Inhale, stretch a little more deeply, and exhale, lower the palms down to your lap. Cross your hands, or you can put one hand on a knee. We're going to twist to the left first. So when we inhale, we exhale, look to the left, then hold one more breath. Inhale, twist a little more deeply. When we exhale, just come on back to the center. Other side now, it's inhale and exhale, look to the right. One more breath. Inhale, twist a little more deeply, and exhale, come on back to the center. And just loosen up. Okay, so we're going to do the form again. 1 time each movement. Again, make it work for you. You don't have to overdo it. Again, I say the same things over and over in every class. So just enjoy the moment and try not to overcomplicate it. And I knew it was very hard for some of us to just sit in 3 minutes and relax. Well, as you start doing this a little bit more, you're going to become a lot more successful at quieting the mind and just coming into the moment. And that takes so much stress off your body if you can just stop thinking for a moment and just be in the moment. You have to trust the process, or just trust the moment and just let go. Anyway, I invite you to stand up. The good news is you're going to be having 2 classes every week. Starting this week, we have another one on Friday. I'll talk about that more later. So with our feet together, palms in front of the abdomen, this instruction is going to be on breath only. So just do your best and follow along. Some of you learn better when you're just watching and I'm not talking too much, but it's important to do everything with the breath. So we start to come into a squat, and we begin as you inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale. Second form. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Other side. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Fourth form. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhale, inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale. Left side. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, fifth form, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, in seventh form, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Eighth and final form, raising the power. Inhale, exhaling. Then to conclude, the cherry on top. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Bring your mind into the body. Just stand for a moment. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that experience because it's a different way of being able to understand the form. But if you understood that everything happens with the breath, every transition, every movement initiates with an inhale, the movement concludes with an exhale. Everything is done in tune with the breath. So that helps you bring the mind into the body, which is so refreshing and rejuvenating for your mind, body, and spirit to do it this way. Now, what we're going to do is it's going to be in silence. So if you don't understand it, just kind of wing your way through it. Whatever you do is okay. Again, I say the same things over and over in every class. Those of you that have been doing with me for a while, this is your favorite part, I know. So again, I hope you enjoy this. Just do your best. Palms from the abdomen, we're into a squat here. So when we inhale, Well, I just have to tell you how delicious that was. I love doing this. Let me discuss a couple of things. We're absolutely moving the body with the breath. We're getting into the moment when we do this. But I just want to talk about some of the physical aspects. One of them in this seventh form, where dragon looks up to the sky. So when we're down here and so we've come down and we put the knuckles to our lower back. When you drag them up your rib cage, you got to kind of massage your muscles a little bit. You get a nice little stretch through the abdomen when you're doing this. And then when you exhale, we're just relaxing and coming into a little bit of a squat here on the way down. Now, when we inhale, we're squeezing the shoulder blades and straightening the knees and lifting the chin up to stretch your neck. And then when you exhale, you relax. So this was really nice for the spine, the back of the neck, as you did that motion. Okay, so now the other thing I want to tell you about is breath. So you probably might have you could probably hear my breath through the mic, I hope. And I breathe really slow when I do this. So it takes a while to really get to that point. Some of you were okay with that. Some of you have had singing lessons and things like that, and you're able to take a big breath. A lot of us don't, and I understand that. So sometimes if you're following me, you might have to take a couple of breaths, and I just want to let you know that's okay. When you start getting into this form, you start learning the form, then at that point in time, you're going to be able to do this at your own breath. So the wonderful part about learning this Qigong form, this form of Tai Chi, is you do it at your own pace, and you can really get a wonderful meditative relaxation into that. And it's so very good for your body. So I use it as a wonderful dynamic stretching routine. In other words, I'm stretching my whole body. I'm moving every single joint. And the wonderful thing about this, it prevents the calcifications of all the joints, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your hips, your knees, your ankles. So I was doing pretty deep squats. Now, some of us have so bad arthritis in the knees, you can't really come down that far, and that's okay. Don't come down that far. Again, everything I teach you, you want to take it with a grain of salt and make it work for you. You know your body better than I do. I'm not there with you. You know it best. So you listen to your own body, and whatever you do, believe me, it's perfect in every way. You are perfect in every way. You can't do anything wrong. So just know that about yourself. So having said that, I invite you to join me for a little drink of water and sit down and ask any questions.